Today, we're going to talk about the top 10 JRPGs on the Nintendo Switch, but we're not going to do it the way that you think. Instead of going around and talking about why these games are our favorites, we're going to bring 20 games together and we are going to vote on whether or not those should enter the top 10 list, and we're going to fight over it. Well, maybe not. But today we have two awesome guests with us. We got Maggie and we have Eli. So, Maggie, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for having me. My name is Maggie Jones Ludy, also known as Avenger Mags on Twitter and Blue Sky. I am a staff writer for Nintendo Force Magazine. Very thankful to be there. Mainly cover RPGs and Japanese games for magazine. So once again, thanks for having me.
Yep, she's got good
Welcome.
taste. All right, Eli, why don't you introduce yourself, buddy?
Hey, what's up, party people? My name is Eli Farmer. I'm a professional voice actor and part-time Radiata Stories evangelist.
My man,
Happy to
my
be
man.
joining the party today, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, this will be fun.
Yep. All right. So here are the ground rules for this. So we're going to go around and we're each going to bring up a game that we think deserves a spot. Some of these should be relatively obvious, but some of them are going to be hidden gems that we bring to the table that we don't feel like get talked about enough. We're going to give a pitch for that game, and then we're going to vote with a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And if there are two thumbs down, two or more, I should say, it's going to get dropped off the list and dumped in the trash can, and it's not going to be in the top 10 list. Just kidding. These are still going to be great games. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here in this podcast at all. All right. So y'all ready? Okay, Maggie, you're going to kick us off. What do you got?
All right. Awesome. So I'm going to start out with Digimon Survive. So if you were a kid who watched Digimon and you're all grown up now, this is a story and a game for you. This is a more mature Digimon story that has visual novel type gameplay as far as dialogue choices and exploration goes. And then it also has tactical combat where you move your Digimon across a grid system and also digivolve them as well. So it's a lot of fun if you're looking to kind of get that nostalgia, but also get a story that explores more mature and dark themes.
Wow. Eli, are you in that game?
No, that
Okay.
one's not dubbed. It's all Japanese.
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
yeah.
Thumbs up or thumbs down. Ready?
Three, two, one.
Oh, it's up. All right.
It's the only Digimon game that I have like actually almost completed. I'm not the hugest
Oh,
Digimon fan, but
Out of your
I
slam.
did I
You're
did
fired.
play quite a bit of that one and I enjoyed my time with it. So it gets a thumbs up from me.
All right. That's the first that'll be on the list. We may come back to that one though. We'll
Yeah.
see. All right, Eli, what do you got? And why is it Radiata Stories?
No, I wish it was on the Switch. So for my number one is Fire Emblem Three Houses. I feel like this one kind of sells itself.
Yeah.
When I think of like definitive games of the Switch, you can't go wrong. I think a lot of people would say that it is Fire Emblem at its best. If you like anything about Fire Emblem, I think you would very much enjoy Three Houses. And you get what is it, four storylines? So it's
Yep.
like you get four games
I
in
mean,
one.
with the DLC, you kind of get five.
Yeah.
All
Couldn't have
right,
said it better myself.
we're gonna vote. Three, two, one. Yeah, that one's
Yeah,
gonna
that
be
one's
top
on
dog
there.
there.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem. Let's go. Okay. I'm
Kind of a
keeping
layout.
track of all of these, by the way. All right, Slam. What do you got, buddy?
All right, I got Tokyo Mirage Sessions on the Nintendo Switch.
Ooh.
Now, this is such an underrated game. Like, do you like Persona, the SMT style games? Do you like Fire Emblem? It mixes kind of all of that together into this like weird J-pop storyline that's bright, colorful, completely off the wall. So it shares mechanics from some of, the best JRPGs ever made. And it also features a lot of Fire Emblem characters. It's just really cool how it was all put together. And it's one of those like pipe dream games that no one could have ever imagined actually happening. And it's just such a rare occurrence where like a collaboration like that actually happens. So yeah, that's my pitch for Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Okay. All right, here we go. Ready? Three, two, one. Man, stop spoiling it, man. Look at this thumbs up. All right. All right. Tokyo, watch. This is just gonna be like thumbs up for literally every single game. Just watch this.
I'm already
We're-
kind of worried about that based on
yeah.
what's happened
Yeah.
so far.
I'm gonna start saying no just because I'm afraid. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is my turn then. All right, here we go. I want to start bringing some less well represented games. Now, this one for me, I'm gonna give the pitch first, and then I'm gonna drop the title. One of the best things about a Final Fantasy game is the music, hands down. If you're a Final Fantasy fan, you love those soundtracks. You probably still listen to that music. Imagine there is an RPG that is both RPG and a rhythm game where you can go through and play the music not only from the old games, but from the new games, including things like Crystal Chronicles, which maybe was a terrible game, but had a great soundtrack, all the way up to things like Rebirth, Remake, things like that. I mean, Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy, guys. This game is an underrated gem on the Switch. It is so much fun. It is pleasing to the ears. It is just a pure joy to play. And so I'm going to drop that one in here.
All right.
Ooh.
3,
All right.
2, 1.
Oh, you're the worst.
Oh,
I didn't expect
wow.
Brutal.
thumbs down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, my heart is crushed.
You weren't
All
too
right.
happy about that on our ranking
Yeah.
video either, about how I felt about that one. But
Yeah,
Oh.
it's so good. All right, for anybody listening, play it anyway because it's awesome. Okay. All right, Maggie, you're next.
Okay. All right. This is a bit more of an obscure one. It's called Blue Reflection Second Light.
oh, I like this one.
It's made by the same folks who did the Atelier series. They're called Gust. And so this game is essentially a magical girl school game where you're in a school in this magical world and you're not really sure how you got there. So you explore. There's amazing music. There's turn-based combat. It's a cast of all girls. So if that's cool, if you want to see like more like female-led games, that's also a great part of it. And I would also say that it's just one of the prettiest games I've played on Switch. Like this game is
Mm.
just gorgeous. So if you're looking for something like that, then this game might be for you.
All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna have to go thumbs down. I like the game. I
Oh.
like the game, but I just don't know if it's the top 10. You know what I mean?
I
That's
haven't
fair.
played
No,
it,
that's
but
fair.
I like the pitch.
The
I
pitch
like
was
the pitch.
great. The
Oh,
pitch was
thank
great.
you.
And I
That
have
was a
played
great
it,
pitch.
and it's an amazing game. It's another.
It's really good.
Yeah,
It's
really
definitely worth the time, but I understand if you have to be pretty selective. So
Where's all this love for Theater Rhythm after that? I get thumbs down, and you're all like, it sucks. Move on, Brandon. All right, Eli, what you got?
Okay, so next for me is and people might debate whether or not this counts as a JRPG, but I'm gonna go with Pokemon Legends Arceus, and I'm gonna say that I think it sort of revitalized what you think of when you think of a Pokemon experience, and it is something that is very unique to the Switch. It's an exclusive, so I think it's got that going for it, and a retelling of a familiar region, but with a new spin. So that's what I would say is a big selling point for Arceus.
All right,
3,
3.
2, 1. This is the best Pokemon game on the Switch, and it's
Yeah!
not even close. And it's not
Yeah,
even close.
Pokemon
Yeah.
Legends Arceus.
If we got to put
Let's go.
one Pokemon game on there, it's got to be this one for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, except for you, Maggie. We're keeping our eye on you, sister.
I'm not scared.
All right,
I
Sam.
have the hot takes.
All right, which
All right,
one
what you
should I
got?
choose? Okay, I'm gonna go with Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. Now, this is my personal. I think after playing more and more Tales games over the past couple years and revisiting quite a lot of them, Tales of Vesperia has actually moved into the top spot for my favorite Tales game of all time. I just think it's so creative. The art style is so good. The characters are probably some of the best the series has ever seen. And it just does a lot of really unique things with its storytelling. And the combat is a ton of fun. And the art style just holds up so incredibly well. It looks beautiful on the Switch. It's bright, colorful. Yeah. So if you like Tales, you like those, action JRPGs, it's one of the best ones on the Switch.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
I got 2 thumbs up. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a thumbs down, not because I don't love that game. I absolutely love that game. But if I had to choose a Tales game, it would be Grace's F. So
Ah,
for as far as top
Fair.
10 goes, I personally wouldn't put Vesperia above Grace's, but it's a great game and you should
oh.
definitely play it.
Thank you,
All
brother.
right. So that one's on here though. Tales of Vesperia. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Getting competitive here. Okay. It's my turn, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Uh we'll see how this one goes. Okay. So for my next one, I'm gonna say Fire Emblem Engage. Now listen, I personally didn't love how Fire Emblem Heroes E the character design in the story was, but the gameplay in this game is top notch. Three Houses is my favorite Fire Emblem, but this is by far the best Fire Emblem gameplay we have seen. I think this sets a new standard for where the game series can go in the future as far as the mechanics go. And I think because of that, this game was unbelievably fun. I'm a huge Fire Emblem fan, and I think this one absolutely deserves to be in some top list somewhere because I think it was absolutely fantastic.
All right. 3,
Okay.
2, 1. Yeah.
Oh, Engage is off the list.
Yeah.
Shoot, dog.
It's
Oh
tough because
It's
Three Houses
3
it
Houses
sets the
is
bar
so
so
much
high.
better. Yeah. I just can't. I can't put them both
no. Oh
on the
man.
top 10.
You know what? I think that's fair. As soon as I knew Eli was taking Three Houses, I was like, this is just whatever. This
Engage
is
is
a
not going to
Yeah.
throwaway.
make it.
That makes sense. Yeah.
You're
All
right,
right,
though.
Maggie.
Engage has some of the best tactics gameplay out there, for sure.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's
For
real good.
sure. Okay, so for this next one, it's a 2-for-1. So 2-for-1 deal right here. It's Trails from Zero and then its sequel, Trails to Azure. So just a basic rundown of the Trails series is that it's a large JRPG series that's very interconnected. Lots of different characters will be in the games. They kind of intersect. There's lots of cool cameos, great storytelling, great characters, great world building, and also a really great turn-based combat system. So these two games look incredible on Switch. It's the best port of any Trails game on the Switch so far. So they're absolutely a joy to play and just kind of like the complete package of a good, solid JRPG experience.
All right, here we go. Want to do the countdown slam?
Yep. 3, 2, 1. This is getting 2 thumbs up from me. These are Trails to Azure is my favorite Trails
Yeah,
Yay!
yeah.
game. It's
Let's
so
go.
good.
I was worried. I wasn't sure if I pitched it well enough because like
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite series, so I was like I've got to like,
Yeah,
win them
Lock
over
in.
on this one.
those ports too are like the best way to play those two games.
Yes.
Because I think the PS4 ports were ports of like the Vita version or something like that, and so
Yeah,
they don't come through as well. And the Switch
they
ports are
don't.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, the Switch and the PC ports of those games are far superior because they didn't NIS America didn't handle the PS4 port. It was from straight from Neon Falcom and they didn't put as much effort into it. So,
Oh,
Yeah, and
interesting. I don't think I
yeah.
knew that.
yeah, and Azure. I mean, come on. Honestly, one of the best JRPGs ever made. So
Yeah.
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 And I feel like Maggie, if you see Maggie on Twitter, you're gonna see she's the Trails fan out there. So this
Yeah.
this makes
So,
sense to me.
Definitive.
Yeah.
I'm so
Duh.
glad everyone gave it a thumbs up. I was so worried.
Yeah.
Yeah,
These
isn't it the
Thank
worst when
you.
people give you a thumbs down?
Yes.
Brandon over here getting all the thumbs downs, man.
Oh man. So,
All right, Eli,
anyway.
give us something good, or you're gonna get one of these, buddy.
This one might be my iffy. So I've got Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Now
Oh,
this is
okay.
tough because there's a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles to choose from, but I think I went with 2 specifically because it's tough to pick between any of them really. I mean, X is great. Oh, anyway, besides the point, the reason that I went with 2 is because I feel like as far as maybe mainstream recognition through Smash Bros, that might be the one that people are most familiar with. I don't think you can go wrong with picking any of them, and so I think just if you're like, oh, Pyra Mythra, what's that? Xenoblade Chronicles 2 would be my sell.
All right.
All right.
3, 2, 1. This is getting the thumbs up. I love 2 so much. It's so
Oh,
good. Yeah.
So okay, so I have to say, I'm giving it a thumbs up right now because it's the only Xenoblade that's been mentioned. But 3 hands
oh.
down is to me the best Xenoblade. Like Xenoblade 1 is my favorite. If I had
Mhm.
to, we're gonna
We can get
shove in a
on
quick
it.
ranking
Yeah,
here.
we could do a
Yeah,
little tangent for Xenoblade
2
for a
would be at
second.
the bottom
It's
for
really
me between
thin.
Really?
1, 2, and 3. Yeah.
So
Yeah, it would also be at the bottom for me too.
I think
It's valid.
I
It's
still love
valid.
it.
it's
Just at
Yeah,
the bottom.
same.
for me it's 3-2-1X probably. I think the
Mhm.
Mm.
gameplay in 2 is just so good. And
It is
a lot of
good.
people complain about
Yeah, it
like
is good.
the blades and having to roll like the random aspect of the blades
Gotcha.
that you get. But when you get a really
Yeah.
good one, does that feel good? Like guys, come on. I mean, does it feel good when you pop one and you see it and you're just like,
Yep.
oh yes.
Yeah, and
It's a
there's some really cool blades in there that you can get too.
Mhm.
yeah, and
Some
I
weird
agree.
ones,
I'm a
but some
big
cool ones.
I'm a big anime fan as well, and Xenoblade 2 goes full anime, so
Oh yeah.
Oh,
with the
absolutely.
Yeah.
storyline and characters and everything. So,
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Slam.
all right.
What you got?
So, this is a pretty simple elevator pitch for you guys. Would you say that Final Fantasy might be the best JRPG series ever? I would
I
say
know where this is going.
probably. Okay.
Wrong case.
Well, wouldn't you want the best entry in the best JRPG series ever to be on this list? And that entry is Final Fantasy X
9.
HD
Oh,
Remaster. Let's go. Final Fantasy X is so good. Okay. It's got the best story. It's got Blitzball. Don't we all want to be the next big Blitzball star? Right? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be a dream come true. It's bright, it's
this
colorful.
guy.
I mean, it's an amazing, and also the Switch version of this actual port is amazingly done. Having this game in handheld, remastered. I mean, it's perfect.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I got 2 thumbs up. Let's
Ooh.
go. Ah,
Okay. Again, I'm gonna say this. It's the only Final Fantasy that's been mentioned except for Theater Rhythm, which should have been on this list.
True.
Um, and I've been playing 10. I started 10 again because for those who have seen my channel, they know that I put it pretty mid tier in my ranking video.
Ooh.
And that's because it was one that I just didn't ever feel like going back to it versus some of the other ones. And so I decided I'm going to give this one a fair shot. And to Slam's point, the HD remaster on the Switch is incredible. It is very, very well done. They have a bunch of quality of life features that make it so much more fun to play. And 10 it's a Final Fantasy game. It's a great game. So I'll give it to you, Slam. I'll give it to you.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that.
I am also replaying Final Fantasy X right now.
Me
Small
too.
world.
Are you?
Oh my God.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
Yo,
all
What?
doing
okay.
it. We're having a
Yeah.
podcast episode probably sometime in the future breaking down this. So Eli, if you finish it, might have to have
Yeah.
you on again, buddy.
Oh, I've beaten it probably 12 times over, so
Yeah,
I've
same.
100% of the game.
We're
Yeah.
we're like
right.
doing like a revisit in 2025 type episode, I think. So yeah, look out
Yep.
for that if you're watching here.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That'll be coming
And
up.
Maggie, obviously, if you decide to dive into Final Fantasy X, you just let us know.
Yeah.
Come on, you're missing out.
It's
Okay.
just a short game, no big deal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No,
No big
it
deal.
just
No
Could
big
finish
deal.
it in a
the
couple
speed
weeks.
record. The speed record I
Ah,
think is
Yeah.
what, 10 hours? It's 10 hours if you speed run it.
Wow. That's
good to
impressive,
know. Good
honestly.
to know.
Yeah.
I'm glad it made it. It broken
Yeah.
my heart if it did.
Oh, and
Okay,
then
this
also
one. Oh, go ahead.
you get 10-2. You get 10-2 bundled in
Yep,
there as
you get
well. I
10
think
to
that's
That's
bundled
important.
in,
true.
and
But unless you get the Asian import, it is not on the cartridge, and I'm not happy about that.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
do have the Asian import because I'm a nerd. Anyway, okay. This
No
next one for
judgment here.
me, I don't expect at all to add this list. I'm just going to throw that in there.
oh
But
no,
um
another one.
I wanted to throw it in here because nobody talks about it, and I feel like it was this really unique experience that kind of blew my mind, and that's Dealfield Chronicle. So Dealfield Chronicle is this really interesting kind of real-time strategy game where you're sort of choosing where your characters go. It's developed by Square Enix, and it's so hard for me to explain why this game blew my mind if you haven't played or beat the game. I'll just say this: when you're going through, the characters are a little bit weird. There's something off the whole time. You have these characters that are just kind of like is this a hero? I don't really understand like what's going on here. And then as you progress through the story and things kind of unravel, things get absolutely wild. And I'm not going to say any more than that because you like it's one of those games it's not super long, and I think you should just play it and you should beat it because it's worth it. Unfortunately, I don't think it sold very well, so I don't think this game is going to get a sequel. I guess time will tell. But they really gave us something unique and interesting with Diofield Chronicle, and I feel like it is totally slept on, probably because they released it with like four other games at the same time. Um, so that's my long-winded pitch for Diofield Chronicle.
All
I think
right.
you should play it.
3, 2, 1. I'm going thumbs up. I love Dalefield Chronicle. Yeah, but
Yeah, I'll
uh,
take it. I'll take it. Let's go.
I
In
love
a
that
top
game.
10,
And
the
I
top
know
10
it's
is
hard,
hard.
but like it is one of
Yeah.
those like hidden gems
Yeah,
that
it's
like
tough.
not enough. I feel like you're right. Not enough people played this one. I think it came out at the wrong time. I think there was a lot of stuff surrounding it, and then there was like mixed critical reception here and there. But it does
Yeah.
some really creative things that like are kind of mind-boggling. There's a lot of experimentation going on there, so I liked it a
Yeah.
lot.
Hmm.
Thank you, Slam. I
Cool.
appreciate that.
You
All
got
right.
it.
And
I feel
entertained.
good about that loss. That feels much better than Theater Rhythm because nobody said
Oh.
anything good about that game. All right. All right, Maggie.
Okay.
What you got next?
Okay, so this one is a very special game to me. It's Persona 3 Portable. Now, I know
Ooh.
there's a lot of ways to play Persona 3. I know there's been some controversy about that, but I just want to put it out there and spread the agenda that Persona 3 Portable is absolutely worth it. It has the amazing story and cast of Persona 3. It has the option to play as a female protagonist, which is incredible. She is an amazing protagonist. She has some of the best dialogue options I've seen. And she also has some really cool social links that aren't available in the other male protagonist
Mm.
route of the game. So you are getting two games in one in this experience. And it also just comes with all of the perks of a Persona game, which is, the combat, the social links, and the time management system that can be really fun to like figure out how exactly you want that to go. So that's my pitch. I know there's a lot of ways to play Persona 3, but this is the only way you can do it on Switch, and I think it's worth the time.
All right. 3, 2, 1. This is going thumbs up. You're never gonna see me thumbs
Going
down a Persona
thumbs
game. She is
down.
2 thumbs up
Ah,
for this.
I get to. Okay, that was more than I was expecting because I know that this
What?
game can be played in other ways, and
Oh,
I was super mad that she was excluded from Reload. Okay, I'll never get over that. So at any point that I can boost Persona 3 Portable, I'm going to. So anyway,
I feel like
He wanted
Persona
Persona 4
3.
Golden
Yeah, I mean,
instead.
like I'm giving it a thumbs
oh,
down. It's a Persona game,
I
so it's always
I
going to be
get
a
you.
thumbs up. But if
Yeah,
I were to put a Persona in the top 10, it would be Persona 4 Gold for sure, or
that's
5. I could see
totally
5 here as well.
understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
respectable,
they're all
respectable.
they're all great, so I get it. So
Yeah. No, that is an interesting thing though. I've seen like a lot of the mods bringing her into Persona 5 or 3 Reload. And I'm like, man, why didn't they whatever. We don't need to go down that rabbit
I
hole,
don't want to
but
go down that road. I don't want.
Another
Yeah,
episode.
yeah,
Another
yeah.
episode.
yeah.
Hey,
It
you
was
know
a
what
lot,
though?
but
It's possible. I'm gonna like speak this into existence right now. It's possible that Atlas, because they don't have enough things to do, could come out with a Persona 3 Reload um, definitive
Reloaded.
edition on the Switch
reloaded.
2
Yeah,
that includes
Reloaded.
all of that content. Yeah.
They
So
yeah.
totally
one can
would too.
dream.
Will it Matt like
Yeah, I know,
I mean
right?
they do it with all of them, but they haven't had like a remake like Reload before, so it would be
Mhm.
interesting to see if they actually do another like re-release kind of add
Yeah.
in more stuff in there. But
I'm just
yeah,
saying.
I
Switch 2 came out. It's always possible, you know?
if
Yep. I'm holding out hope.
yeah, Persona 3 Portable is great. It's an amazing Persona game. So
I got it back there. Right there. There it
Yeah. Oh,
is.
I
I
see it.
see you.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
Was that the limited run box?
Yeah, I went a
Nice.
little crazy. I got some of the 3 options. I got all of the 4 options because
Yeah.
I 4 is my jam, but all
Very
right,
cool.
Eli, what you got next?
All right, so next on the list is I got Dragon Quest XI, Definitive Edition for the Switch. I think if there's an argument that Final Fantasy is the best JRPG series, I think that right there next to it is Dragon Quest. And so I think you can't go wrong with Dragon Quest. I feel like it's very accessible. I think Dragon Quest XI hits that same sort of sweet spot that 8 does as far as being accessible. You can jump right in, you can start playing. And I think there's an argument that it is the best Dragon Quest game. So Dragon Quest XI for the Switch. It also has a cool feature where I think you can play it's 8-bit and then the 3D
Yep.
version as well. So
Yeah, that's
yeah.
so
Mm.
cool.
All right. 3,
2.
2, 1.
Yeah, that's thumbs up. That
If I
is.
could
All
give that
right.
3 thumbs up, I would give it 3. Yeah, that's right.
I give it all the thumbs up.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a shoe in.
I swear we didn't talk to these guys before they made these lists. So, we didn't tell them to do these ones. Slam and I are always going on about Dragon Quest XI S being amazing. So,
Yeah, it is.
I'm
it's so good.
amazed
Yeah,
that 8 is not on the Switch. That baffles me that they don't have 8 on the Switch.
I
I
know.
know,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Mhm.
You're in the right place,
For
buddy.
one
Yeah.
day that it will come.
Eight's so great
Yeah,
too.
I
Yeah.
I would be surprised if they didn't, because they they could do so much with 8, given what they did with 11S, and because 8's so beloved, I feel like it would
Mhm.
it would sell so easy.
Prints
So
money. It would just print money.
I know
Yeah.
it's true. It's true. All right, Slam, what you got?
All right, next up on the list, I've got Octopath Traveler 2. So,
Ooh.
Mm,
I love the HD 2D style. It's one of my favorite art styles of all time. And I think Octopath Traveler 2 is one of the best examples of it. And it handles the 8 protagonist structure really well. It's got a lot of freedom in how you approach the story. And all the stories are vastly different but interconnected. And I think it's really creative. They do that in really creative ways. But Bravely Default started the whole Brave and Default system, and then that kind of moved over to Octopath Traveler 2, and that's one of my favorite implementations of turn-based combat, and it's just so cool, especially in these large boss battles where you really have to spend a lot of time thinking ahead and planning ahead and really getting that kind of balance right and making sure you can actually overcome some really tough fights, and it's just super rewarding to get through that game. I love every minute of Octopath Traveler 2. So that's my pitch.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
Easy money.
Octopath 2 is
There
Yeah.
you go.
so yeah.
It's so
That's
good.
that's good stuff right there. Yeah, and it's so much. I don't want to say it's so much better than the first one, as if the first one is bad. The first one was such an amazing drop on the Switch. It was such a surprise when it came out, but it just takes everything about one and does it better.
Yeah.
So it's like the way to do Octopath if you only had to choose one. So yeah, love that game for sure. Okay, y'all ready?
Mm,
Y'all ready for this?
yeah.
I'm just all these are gonna get knocked off the list. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So my next one is strongly inspired by Final Fantasy and created by the creator of Final Fantasy with the music of Final Fantasy while not being a Final Fantasy game. It was originally released on Apple Arcade, which was a mistake, but they ended up bringing it to the Switch and the PlayStation. That is Fantasian Neo Dimension. This game it's got Final Fantasy DNA through and through. The first part of it is such a really great hook. It brings you in. It's got great story, great characters. And then the second part gives you some of the most challenging boss fights that you've had in any RPG. But it's so rewarding to figure out the battle system, how to switch in the characters, how to utilize your items correctly, how to utilize your weapons well. So if you can get through it, it's one of those games that you will feel so accomplished by playing and actually beating. It is unbelievably good, and whether or not you give me a thumbs up, I love that game. So that's my pitch.
All right. That's a good pitch, honestly.
Yeah.
Um,
It's, it's, 'strong.
3, 2, 1.
I'm going for it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Oh, yes. We
there you
did it.
go.
We got one
Congrats.
on the list.
we got one on the list.
Let's go. Yeah, I love that game.
I think the art
I
style is
know.
so cool. Those like
Oh,
handcrafted
Yeah.
backgrounds. It's just so unique.
yes,
And
for
the
sure.
story and the characters, especially in the first half, just
Yes.
top tier. Top tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people drop off of it because it does get pretty hard at the end. But I'm telling you, I played through that. I had my 4-year-old with me. We were playing through it, and when we like figured it out and we beat that game, we were like on our feet celebrating. It was this like amazing experience. It was so good. So that game will always have a special place in my heart.
And the
That's
All right,
dimension
awesome.
Maggie.
system. The dimension system. We just
Yes,
have
I
to
didn't even
mention that.
talk about the dimension
Yeah,
system.
that
Oh
should have
my
been the whole
gosh.
pitch, Brandon. Because like that, like doing random
You can fight 40
battles.
enemies at once.
Yeah, doing the whole random battles set up that way is so good because
Yeah.
sometimes like having control over when the game moment to moment gameplay is interrupted for you is a game changer and should be done
Yeah.
a lot more in
Yeah.
JRPGs, in my opinion.
Hmm,
Thank you, Slam. I
cool.
appreciate you, buddy.
No problem. You got it.
All right, Maggie, what you got?
Okay. I don't know what really needs to be said. Xenoblade
Ooh.
Chronicles 3. It just has everything. It's everything about Xenoblade in its absolute best form, from the way the open world is, how you can do whatever like you want, how beautiful and expansive it is, from the characters, from all the emotional moments and the cutscenes, from the music. I mean, that boss fight for the Mobius,
Yeah.
I don't even have any words for that. Like, and you get to hear it multiple times throughout the game. It's amazing. Great story, great combat system. I feel like they really made it crazy and just went all in for it, and it worked out for them with all the different jobs and different party combinations that you could create. So, one of my favorite games of all time. And I just think that it's absolutely one of the best that you could play on the Switch.
Yeah.
Reach.
Yep.
All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
This is a thumbs up. Oh, nice little fake out, Brandon. As I said
I know. I was
earlier,
like, there's no way.
as I said earlier, this is my favorite Xenoblade. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
It's just,
Can't go
3
wrong. Can't
3
go
is
wrong.
top tier. Yeah, I again,
yeah.
like if you're someone who hasn't played Xenoblade at all, just get into the series. Like I've said this 1,000 times, I'll say it again. I have told people that if they could never play any video game series ever again, they would be content if they played Xenoblade. Like if that was the last thing they played. Those games are
Mhm.
so freaking good, and the way 3 brings it home is just unbelievable. Oh
yeah, and
man.
that DLC
Absolutely top
Future
tier.
Redeemed is
Yeah.
probably the
Oh,
best
Yeah.
perfect.
DLC ever in a game.
It
Maybe
is.
like it's so good.
Yeah.
So
It is so good.
Yeah,
yeah,
Top tier for sure. Absolutely.
absolutely. Yay. Yeah. Great
All
stuff.
right.
One of the best.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for bringing that one to the table. I love 2,
Of
but I
course.
mean like someone had to
Yeah.
say 3.
Can't go
Yep.
wrong.
It
Can't
had
go
to be
wrong.
said.
All right, Eli, what you got?
All right, so last one for me is Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Definitive Edition. It's a 2-for-1 special. You're getting Cyber Sleuth and you're getting Hacker's Memory. And a lot of people don't know this, that this Definitive Edition originally released on Switch, so it's formatted, designed, best experienced, I think, on Switch. And there's really cool like crossplay between the two games where you can like load your Digimon from one into the other.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
again, one of the points that I like to bring up, like accessibility. That's kind of where I was on the fence with Digimon Survive. I love it as a Digimon fan, but accessibility, someone if you've played, Final Fantasy X, like if you can understand basic JRPG combat mechanics, you can pick up Cyber Sleuth, hop right into it and have a good time.
he's
So
pitching to
that's why I
me.
would
He's pitching to me.
Yeah.
that's why I'd
Winning
pick
you over,
Cyber
buddy.
Sleuth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, but I have to ask, are you in it?
No, that one doesn't have a dub either.
Oh, come on, man. All right.
That's good.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
I'm going thumbs up. He convinced me. I've never played it, but
Absolutely.
the pitch got me.
Yep.
5 for 5, baby.
I know.
Wow.
Ridiculous. I think I actually have that game and I'm really excited to get to it. I haven't played it yet. I I am not convinced though it's top 10, so that's why I gave it a thumbs down. But I am still super excited to play that game.
Heck yeah.
I'm gonna just get you on a call and just have you do the voiceover for the characters as I play through. That'd be great. Thank you.
That's awesome.
All right, Slam. What's
Okay.
next?
My last game on the list. I think I would be going 5 for 5. So last one on the list, Unicorn Overlord. Need I say more? Okay, Vanillaware is amazing. Basically everything they do is great. This is by far their most ambitious game, and it's not even close. They put together this tactics game that does a lot of really, really unique things, and they put a lot of work into kind of creating the mechanics and everything around the game being with preparation and how you build your team and like every single thing you do in this game matters. Okay, so Unicorn Overlord, amazing art style, great story, amazing characters, and the gameplay is just some of the best tactics gameplay on the entire console. So I'm going, yeah, Unicorn Overlord. That's my pitch.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Two thumbs up. That's
Oh,
5 for 5.
Maggie. All right.
I feel like such a contrarian. I'm so sorry.
We need the diversity.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Everybody else is
played this
getting their
one.
picks.
I played this one. I think I just wanted a little more from the story because I'd played 13 Sentinels
Oh.
and I
It's
was like
13 Sentinels,
expecting
so good. Yeah.
it is. And
Yeah.
I think I just was wanting a little bit more from the story, but it was still a solid like experience gameplay wise for sure.
Yeah, I think you make a really good point. 13 Sentinels is one of the best stories, probably the best story Vanillaware's done.
I think so.
And
Yeah.
it also has some like tactical gameplay in it a little bit.
Mhm.
And yeah, 13 Sentinels, another amazing mention. But yeah.
All right. Well, it's on the list. We're gonna have to duke it out here. Okay. This is my this is my last one here, and we're gonna do. Not only are we gonna have to clean this one up, but we're gonna do possibly a bonus round too, where I'm just gonna throw in some and see how they compare. But for my last one, um, I decided to go with Persona 5 Strikers. And the reason I decided to go Persona 5 Strikers and not base Persona 5 is because Persona 5 is a game that we all already know is like top tier. We got it on the PS4, right? It's been around for a long time. But Persona 5 Strikers is by far, bar none, the best iteration of the Warrior series where they perfectly crafted a game that is so well tuned to Persona that it doesn't even feel like a Warriors game anymore. Like if you play that game, it is Persona 5 2. It is the sequel to Persona 5. It is so well done. The story is super compelling. They add these new characters, and the battle system and the fusing mechanics and everything is so seamless that you will end that game being like, I just got, like, I feel like I cheated. I just got another Persona game
Yep.
without getting a new Persona game. And that game is massively overlooked. I ate that game up. That is, if you are a Persona 5 fan, whether or not it makes this list, you have to play this game. It is so good, and definitely the best Persona spin-off, if not the best Warriors style game I've ever played by
Yeah,
far.
I'll add the music that they did for
Oh
Strikers.
yeah,
Really good too.
music was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy
All
point.
right. 3, 2, 1. This thumbs up for me.
Yeah. All right.
mhm.
Let's go. Okay. All right. So we have 16 in our top 10
Oh,
list here.
oh
So
no.
we're gonna
I
have
have
to
to
fight. We're
whittle
gonna
it
have to duke it out.
down.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Uh-oh.
whittle it down. Okay.
Choices must be made.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Um, we are gonna go through this list from top to bottom, and we are looking for unanimous scores. If it is a unanimous thumbs up, it stays on the list. If it is not, it will drop. I'm not going to delete it because it's possible that we'll have too many, right? And then we'll sort of come back around until we whittle it down to a top 10. And then from there, I'm going to do some challenges here. For example, if we have something like Final Fantasy X, sorry, Slam, I'm going to pick on you for a minute. We're going to do a challenge and say, is there another Final Fantasy on the Switch that would better suit a list for the top 10 than Final Fantasy X. Same thing with some of these other ones. We're going to do that challenge. All right. But first, Fire Emblem, Three Houses. Ready?
3, 2, 1. This is the best Fire Emblem on the
Yeah,
Switch. So
come on.
yeah,
What are we
it's on
doing?
there. What are we
Done
doing?
deal.
Okay.
Eli's right.
All right.
Let's go.
Unanimous, so it stays. Okay. Number 2, Digimon Survive. 3, 2, 1.
I
Yeah.
don't think it. Yeah, I even mentioned it, but I feel like there's better ones. So
Yeah.
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 Okay. All right. Next up. Yeah. R.I.P. buddy. Still a great game. Anybody who watches this is going to get the benefit of hearing about all of these games, whether or not we say it's on the top 10. So these are all
Yeah.
great.
True.
Okay. Next one is Tokyo Mirage Sessions. All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Ah, Brandon.
I'm going to drop that one down.
Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun. But it's not a full thumbs down, so we're just gonna drop it. We're not gonna tank it. That last one, I'm sorry, but it was a full thumbs down. I gotta tank that one.
Okay.
All right, next one. Pokemon Legends Arceus. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Best Pokemon on the Switch.
All right, let's go. Okay.
There's got to be one.
Yeah.
At least one.
Yeah, there's gotta be one.
game,
Gotta have some
so,
representation.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next one. Tales of Vesperia. 3, 2, 1.
Thumbs up. Gotta have a Tails game. You know what I mean?
Yep, gotta have a sales game. But there's still the challenge match coming, so
Okay.
watch yourself, buddy. All right. Next up, Trails to Azure. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Oof. Sorry, Eli. Appreciate you, buddy. But Xenoblade Chronicles 2. 3, 2, 1.
I'd like to have
Yeah,
them
we're
both on
dropping.
there. I'd like to have them both on
If
there.
we
Oh,
gotta
that's
pick
fair.
3, I'm not. I understand. I
Yeah,
respect it.
for me, we have a limited list, and we already got 3 on here. So yep, that's where I'm going. All right, next up, Final Fantasy X HD.
I know
3,
Brandon's
2, 1.
Ah, you gave me the thumbs up. She got the thumbs down.
Oh, but it
yeah,
wasn't me. It
no.
was
Yeah.
Maggie.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
no.
oh, that was unexpected.
Yeah.
All
I
right, we're
have a
gonna have
lot
to
of
ask you
Final
to explain
Fantasy hot
yourself.
takes, so we don't need to go into those.
Oh man, we should have had her for another episode. Okay, next one is Persona 3 Portable. 3, 2, 1.
I want Persona representation. Okay. He's still he wants Golden on there. He's holding
It's
out
not.
for the
Yeah.
challenge
Go
Look at
challenge
mode.
flag.
Yeah,
I
we're doing
know,
challenge mode.
Bring it
right.
on is what I have to say.
All right, Dragon Quest 11S. 3, 2, 1.
That's going
Yeah.
in.
No
If
question.
they had
No
8, I think it'd be a competition. But without 8,
That's
Fair. All right, especially if it was 8 with like 11S quality of life features. Oh
Yeah,
man. Whew.
yeah.
Okay. Maybe in the future. Octopath Traveler 2. 3, 2, 1.
Awesome.
Yep. Let's go. I love this is Slam. This is like an episode designed for me because of the thumbs up that's happening.
I
all the
know.
time.
Yeah, it's great.
All right. Next one is Fantasian Neo Dimension. 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna
Ah!
rotate on it.
That's fair. I was
Fantasian, my love. Okay. All right. Next one. This is going to be hard, guys. Prepare yourself. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. 3, 2, 1.
If there
Okay.
has to be one.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Next up, Digimon Cyber Sleuth. 3, 2, 1.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm with you,
Dun,
man. We had to have
dun,
Digimon on there.
dun.
Dang.
This is Reveng. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Next one, Unicorn Overlord. 3, 2, 1.
Sticking by it.
Ah!
Me too.
Maggie's in just straight revenge mode right now. She's gonna destroy us.
No, I promise it's not that.
All right, last one, and then we're gonna circle back. Is Persona 5 Strikers. 3, 2, 1.
I like this one too.
Yeah, I do
All
too.
right.
It's a good one. It's really
Okay.
good.
So here's where we're at right now then. We have 7 runners up. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Xenoblade 2, Final Fantasy X, Persona 3 Portable, Fantasian, Digimon, and Unicorn Overlord. But we only have 2 spots left in the top 10. Okay?
Only 2? I thought we had more than that. Uh-oh.
We
This is
got
gonna be a
2
bloodbath.
spots left. Yep. So now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through this again, and let's see. How do we want to do this? We could either compare them, or we can go through another round. And if it's not unanimous, then we just delete it.
Are you talking about going through the ones that didn't make it?
Yep, the runners up. Okay, so here's the thing. We're gonna vote again. Well, let's do the vote. That'll be easier. We're gonna vote again on the runners up. Keep in mind, this is for the last 2 slots. Okay. So we already have our top 8. So this is the runners up compared to each other. If it is
Sure.
unanimous, we will throw it up top. If there is a single downvote, it's getting deleted off the list forever. Okay. You ready?
Let's do this.
I'm
Okay.
scared.
All right. Tokyo Mirage Sessions. 3, 2, 1.
If we're talking relative.
Oh, there it is. Goodbye, Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
It made
Okay,
it
but
a
it's
long
okay, Slam.
time. It made it a long
Yeah.
time.
It had a good
It did,
run.
and
It
it's
had a good
yeah,
run.
and that was a good pitch too, Slam. I'm gonna give it to you. Like that's one I
Yeah.
haven't gotten to yet, and you have convinced me that I need to get to that game. So,
I'm always singing its
all right,
praises.
next one, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. 3, 2, 1.
I'm willing to say goodbye.
Yeah,
I'd love to see them
that
both
one.
on there. I'd love to see them.
I know,
That's
but
fair.
I feel like if we put 2 on there, we could take away from one of these other ones having representation as a series, and that's where I'm at right now. Because the next
Yeah.
one
It's Final
is
Fantasy.
Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, let's get it back on there.
All right.
Guys. Come on.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
All right. There we go.
I guess I'll allow it this time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, you got three people playing it currently. That'd be
I
pretty
know.
bad. if
I
we
was
didn't put
like,
it on the
if this
list.
is gonna cut it off forever, I can't do that. Like, I just can't. I could live with myself.
Okay, so we have 1 slot left, and it's a reminder, here are the 4 that we have left. Persona 3 Portable, Fantasian Neo Dimension, Digimon Cyber Sleuth, or Unicorn Overlord. Okay?
Mhm.
So remember that last slot, you can only choose one of the 4. Keep that in mind when you're voting. Okay?
Ugh.
Mm.
All right, is everybody ready?
Yeah.
You ready for this? Persona 3 Portable. 3, 2,
Oh.
1.
No.
Oh, Slam Zany off the list.
Bum, bum, bum.
Woo!
We've only got
Maggie
one
will
spot
remember this.
left. We've only
I
got
did
one
not
spot
expect that.
left.
I did not expect that. Savage.
I know. I didn't either.
All
Now
right.
I feel like I shouldn't have voted for Final Fantasy X.
Oh.
I gave you that, and then you took
I
Persona 3
know.
Portable away.
Because he gave us the
Oh.
list of 4. If he wouldn't have done that before,
I know. It's
that's what
okay.
he did. It's Brandon's
okay.
fault.
Oh man, I was thinking Persona because there's still a challenge round here. So
Oh, we can't.
Anyway.
Wait. We can't do a challenge round for Persona if Persona's not in there.
well, there's still Persona 5 Strikers, so there's still a
Yeah,
Persona
but that's
challenge
not
round.
like a core Persona game. So like Are
It's
you
gone.
saying that Persona 4 Golden can't be talked about if Persona 3 Portable is not in there? Is that what you're saying? Is this
That's
the
what I'm
rule?
saying.
Okay, then I changed my vote.
Oh.
Okay.
He's playing the long con.
I know.
All right, it's back. All right, we have our top 10 filled in. So that means Fantasian Neo Dimension, Digimon Cyber Sleuth, and Unicorn Overlord are dropped off the list.
Live with that.
Wow.
Is everybody
Not
okay
even
with
a
that?
vote.
I
How are we
mean,
Okay with
feeling?
that.
Hard.
I
It's
like
hard, but
Strikers and Unicorn Overlord a lot, but
Yeah.
yeah, we gotta have Persona representation. We have to have Final Fantasy representation in there. So for
All right.
challenge mode's sake,
For
Yeah,
challenge
that's
mode's
fair.
sake. Okay. All right. Then shout outs to these 3 games. Again, if you haven't played them, even though they didn't make the cut, they are still incredible, as well as all of the other games that dropped off the list. Not a single game in this conversation, including Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy, by the way, are bad games. And if you're at all interested, you should check these out. But this brings us to the challenge round. So, in the challenge round, this is our final round here. We are going to look at each of these games as a series. Now, if we're going to challenge that game with another one in the series, it has to be on the Switch, number one. And number two, it is okay if the only way that game is available is through Nintendo Switch Online. So, for example, I'm not going to do this, but for example, if you were to say, hey, the original Fire Emblem game for Game Boy Advance is by far my favorite, that is fair play. You could throw that up as a challenge. Okay. So, the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to go through this list. And if there is I don't think any of these are non franchises. So, I think I can do it with all of them. If there is another game that you think is on the Switch and is a better contender for the top 10, throw it out there. I'll give you guys, let's call it 5 seconds to give your challenge. And if nobody speaks up, we're going to move on. Okay.
Sounds
yeah.
good.
All good? All right. Okay. We'll start at the top with Fire Emblem Three Houses. Are there any challenges to Fire Emblem Three Houses? All right.
It's a
Then
no.
Fire Emblem Three Houses is definitively in the top 10. We're going to move on. Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Brilliant
Okay.
Diamond. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. I started my
no.
daughter on that because she beat Let's Go. She rolled credits and she was like so excited about it. So she's like, "Can I play another Pokemon game?" And I started her on Brilliant
Oh
Diamond.
no.
And
Oh.
it's good, but like it is so disappointing going from Let's Go to Brilliant Diamond. Yeah, I'm like, why did you guys anyway?
Like night
That's
and
another
day.
conversation for later.
Yeah.
Okay, next up. I think this one could be contentious. Tales of Vesperia. I'm going to put a challenge up there for Tales of Grace's F. That is by far my favorite Tales game, and it is now on the Switch.
So how do we handle this? Who agrees?
So now we could just do a vote for agreeing. And if we don't get let's say if we don't get a unanimous score, it stays. No. If we don't get 3/4, it stays. 3/4 is the majority. We
Yeah,
don't
if it
need
doesn't get
unanimous for this one.
if it gives a majority vote,
Yeah, because I don't want to give Maggie that much power, frankly.
I will abuse it, so it's probably a good idea.
All right. So Tales of Graces versus Vesperia. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Thank you.
Ah,
Yeah,
right.
the
Vesperia is in the
spirit.
top
It's better. Yeah, it's better.
definitively in the top 10. I disagree, but Vesperia is also amazing. All right. Trails to Azure. Well, okay, Azure and sorry, what's the other one again?
Zero.
Zero,
Yeah,
thank you.
0.
Okay,
Mhm.
so that's a twofer, but does anybody want to challenge that for the best Trails game on the Switch?
Not yet. First chapter
Not
is
yet.
coming.
That one may dethrone Trails to Azure. We'll
Yeah.
see.
But right now
Okay.
it's Azure.
Mhm.
All right. Did I say Azure? Azure. My bad.
It's okay.
All right. Trails to Azure is definitively in the top 10 then. Dragon Quest 11S.
No. That's the one.
Yeah, not even close. Yeah. I love all the Dragon Quest games, but that one's a good one. All right. Octopath Traveler 2.
You've just got Octopath Traveler 1 and 2 is better. Yeah.
Nobody called out Triangle Strategy. Triangle
That's
Strategy
not
is
in,
also an amazing game.
but yeah, that's not like an Octopath. Like, I mean, kind
Yeah, I
of,
mean
but I don't think they're
it's a tactics
connected.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, Octopath 2 is definitively on the list. Okay, Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
No argument.
Nope.
All
Uncontested.
right, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is definitively on the list. These last ones, this is where it's going to get heated, I think.
Mm,
All right, Persona 5 Strikers.
So this, I mean, I don't know if this is a
I'm gonna say I'm
franchise.
gonna say we can for this one because you made a fair point. This isn't part of the core series. If there is another Persona spin-off on the Switch, which are
there
there
is.
other?
There
Yeah,
is.
yeah. Yeah.
There's
Tactica.
Tactica. And I guess that's it.
Yeah.
The dancing games never came to the Switch, huh?
No, I guess not.
No. I think they were just on
What in the
PlayStation.
world?
There's a Persona
Technically,
4
there's Persona
Arena.
4 Arena. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. That did. You're right. I was like, I feel like I'm missing one, and that was it.
Yeah, I think Strikers is
Okay.
the one. I have no argument there in terms of
Yeah,
spinoffs.
it's definitely the
Strong.
All
best.
right. Okay. Then Strikers is definitively. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think Strikers would make the top 10, but I'm happy to see it here. It's great.
It's so
Okay.
good.
Final Fantasy 10.
This one's gonna. So many people have a different Final Fantasy, and I know Brandon's gonna come and want 9 in there.
Is 9 on
But
the Switch?
yeah,
You have 1 through 12 on the Switch, with the
basically
exception of
every
11,
one
of
of them
course.
except 13, and then the most recent ones. But
Oh, probably because it
Mhm.
can't handle 13, I'd imagine.
No, not the OG Switch.
Yeah, Switch 2 probably can
Yeah,
do it. Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. Switch 2, we're gonna get the rest of them. No, I'm not. It's
yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah.
happening. It's totally happening.
um,
All right.
no argument from me. Obviously, it's my favorite Final
Okay,
Fantasy. So
Yeah.
Maggie.
No, because my one of my faves is 13, and it's not on there.
oh,
So
you like
Ah, what?
13 too.
Really?
Oh, thank you.
yes.
See, I had to sit here and argue with them during the ranking video for like 15 minutes about why
Um,
13 deserved more credit. So,
Well, yeah, it deserves more credit, but you're still wrong. Anyway, okay, Eli, anything from you?
I'm with you, man. Don't worry about it.
I got nothing. The only thing that I would throw in there, it's not on the Switch though, would be Dissidia. I would
that's a good one.
for the PSP. If
Oh.
that was on the Switch, I think it would do really well. I'm surprised they didn't port it to the Switch, but
Mhm.
So 10
Yeah.
stays, Brandon.
Well, I'm gonna throw 9 in there. I'm gonna get outvoted, and that's fine. But for the sake of saying I did it, I'm gonna throw 9 in there because I think 9 is. I personally like 9. I think it's the best Final Fantasy. So Final Fantasy 9. We'll vote. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, all right, get out of here, you guys.
Oh,
Let's
All
Good
right,
go.
effort.
so 10 HD stays on the list. Ah, that's okay. We got Xenoblade Chronicles and Three Houses on here, so we're fine. Okay, last one is Persona 3 Portable.
I'm going to spit
I have a
out Persona
question.
4 Golden. What's
Is,
your
is
question,
Persona
Eli?
5 is Persona 5 Royal on the Switch?
It
I
is.
don't know.
It is.
It
it
is.
is.
And
Yeah.
for me, the only
Oof.
reason I don't list it is because it's not the best way to play that game. Doesn't
That's valid.
it
That's a
does
fair point.
it
Yeah.
doesn't run amazingly on the Nintendo Switch. It obviously is way
Does it
way
on the Switch
better
too?
on the
Have you tested it?
I have not tested Royal on the Switch 2, but there is no like official Switch 2 release, so maybe the frame rate is boosted. But I imagine something I've noticed about the Switch 2 tangent here is that a lot of these back compats, while Nintendo, a lot of these games are running great and amazingly for free, even better on the Switch 2. There are some games that look way worse on the Switch 2 than they do on the
Oh.
Switch 1, just because of how it's handling like the upscale resolution. Like I booted up Octopath 2 on the Switch 2, and in handheld mode, it looks very bad. So
Oh.
yeah, it's one of those things. I think that Persona 5 Royal is my favorite Persona game, and you can play it on the Switch, so there's that argument, right?
Sure.
But do I think it's the best way to play Persona 5 Royal? No. But I'm really hard pressed not to make that argument. and have Persona 5 Royal. It's one of the best JRPGs ever made, and it definitely deserves to be in a top 10 list of JRPGs on the
Hmm.
Nintendo Switch. If someone only had a Nintendo Switch and they were looking for the best JRPGs to play on it, not having Persona 5 Royal on there is kind of a
Ooh.
miss, you know.
Oh,
That's
I
tough.
I I
I knew this
I
one was
would
going to be tough.
I would contend for 4 golden because I do think it's the best way to play that game. On the Switch or the Switch 2. And for me, 5 and 4 are so close. For me, the way I think about it is 5 by far outdoes 4 in terms of mechanics and the palaces and everything like that. But 4 outdoes 5 to me just ever so slightly in terms of the characters and the narrative. The narrative of 4 and the atmosphere, like the vibe of 4 is so cozy and weird, and I absolutely love 4. But I could go either way on this one. 4 or
So
5
we'll do
would be
both.
my
Double check.
contentions.
I'll put in Royal, you put in Golden. How about
All
Okay.
that?
right.
And we'll vote on
Uh,
both. So Persona 4
Hmm.
Golden first. We'll do
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Oh man, this
And
whole thing is against me.
and now we'll do Persona 5 Royal. 3, 2, 1.
All right. 5R takes the
Oh,
mantle of 3 portable.
I
I
think
I
even
think it's
tried.
fine.
I think even if it runs suboptimally, but the point of like if you only have a Switch, even
Yeah,
suboptimally, I would still want someone to experience 5 Royal, even if it's
Yeah.
suboptimal.
yeah.
Yeah, I kind of convinced
It's better to
myself.
play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think it makes sense to be on a list like this. I mean anybody who's interested in tinkering with Persona like 3, 4 and 5 are amazing games. Like you will
They
not
really
regret playing any of those things or any of those games.
Hmm.
But if you're looking for like the newest, most optimized, best Persona experience, it makes sense that 5 Royal would be on a
Yeah.
list like this for sure. This is a solid list, guys. So we have Fire Emblem Three Houses, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Tales of Vesperia, Trials to Zero slash Azure, Dragon Quest XI-S, Octopath Traveler 2, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Persona 5 Strikers, which I am surprised is on here, but happy to see it, Final Fantasy X HD, and Persona 5 Royal.
I
That's a
love
that's
this
a
list.
solid list.
It's a really good
Yeah,
Yeah.
list.
Persona 5 sweep.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
It's so good. Yeah, even if you're watching this and you had any other opinions, like you cannot go wrong with this list. And in fact, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. What are some games that didn't make this list that you would love to see to a top 10 list? There's a lot of niche RPGs that I haven't even touched that are probably incredible that I'd love to get to. So let us know, or let us know if you disagree. If Theater Rhythm should absolutely be in the top 10, then definitely let us know in the comments. We are eager to hear. We're eager to hear your thoughts.
The
Awesome.
thing that the thing that I loved about this list to show how good that these games are is that if you go into your Target or Walmart or GameStop right now, they still sell for full price. None of
Yeah.
them are
A lot
That's
of
discounted.
them.
That's
true.
True.
how good they are.
Yeah. It's
That's
true.
true. Yeah, and honestly, some of these, for you collectors who may still be watching or still around, I would pick all of these up as soon as you can. Like Final Fantasy is one of those where they've re-released it like 35 times, so that value doesn't often go up unless it's one of the originals. But like Fire Emblem always goes up in price. Pokemon games always go up in price. Tales games, Trails end up being super niche. They've already gone up in price, right? Dragon Quest, Octopath is niche, Xenoblade is going to go up in price. Like, just saying, like, pick these up if you haven't already. If not, well, okay, to play them, but also from a collector standpoint, these are all good ones to pick up for sure.
Yeah. I agree. What a great
Absolutely.
list. What a great list.
Yeah,
Ah,
we landed on a
You did
good,
so good,
solid list
guys.
here. Yeah,
yeah, we
good job,
did.
everybody.
Good
That was
job,
fun.
us.
That was
Pat
fun.
yourselves on the back. That's
That
right.
was fun. Awesome. Well, that'll do it for this episode. Maggie, where can everyone find you?
Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter, which is now X, and Blue Sky as Avenger Max.
Awesome. Eli, where can everybody find you?
Hey everyone, you can find me at the Eli Farmer on Twitter, Instagram, and yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm also on Blue Sky at Eli Farmer. And Brandon did not keep asking me about Digimon just because I'm a huge fan. I also voiced Joe in Digimon the movies, which is available. So if you want to go see Digimon movies and hear me as Joe, go check that out.
It's awesome.
Yep. He also runs Revive Radiata. I'm just always going to shout
I
that out.
love
That's actually how we
Radiata.
met.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
I do
Radiata
that as well.
Stories is amazing, and he started this whole like campaign around bringing it back. So
Let's
love this
go.
guy. Yeah, we got to get that one back. So shout outs. All right, Slam. Where can everybody find you?
Slam Zany on all the things, mainly on YouTube and Twitter. Just dropped a video of my top 10 favorite Square Enix JRPGs that are not Final Fantasy. So if
Oh,
you're interested in checking out some games from Square Enix that are not in the Final Fantasy series, be sure to go check out that video.
Awesome. And I am Retro Brandon. You can find me on YouTube at Retro Brandon or on Twitter or X at Nova Brand, but you'll still see my Retro Brandon stuff. I just dropped a video on Claire Obscure Expedition 33 and why it
very
is
cool.
absolutely a 10 out of 10. So go check that video out if you haven't seen it already. I'm very proud of that one, so I hope it does
I'm in
well
it.
over time. That was a fun one. And Slam is in it. That's right. That's right. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.
See you on the next one.
Bye.